My name is Simon of Simon Cities. Now, I've been watching videos on YouTube of Cities Skylines and I find them quite inspirational and interesting, so I got Cities Skylines for Christmas. So I'm only very new at this. 2 months I've been doing it, but I really enjoy it. I did used to play SimCity 4 a very long time ago, and yeah, I really think this is just what I've been looking for. So I've been making a city and I'm going to show you the rest of the city, but right now what I'm actually looking at is building a freeway ring road that goes right around the outside of my city. I've got about 100,000 people roundabout population in my city, and $2 million is usually my balance, which is pretty good. So yeah, what I want to do in this episode is show you how I have made an intersection with the freeway I'm just building around the edge to the main freeway that goes through the centre. So I am new at this, bear that in mind. Someone might say, oh, why don't you download the parallel roads mod? But I don't know, I like the organicness of it being not always on the same sort of level. So looking at building the bridge around about here, I think this is where I'll go. And yeah, I'll go across from there. I'm going to go quite high up because we've got a ridge on the other side. And I start off with Anarchy. However, I find a bit of an interesting situation. No pillars. Whoa, floating bridge. Uh-oh. so yeah, don't think I'll go with that one. Okay, let's see if we can get one on the other, on both sides with a pillar in the middle. Will that give us a pillar? Will it? Will it? Yes, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now, let's see if we can do the same on the other side. Oh yes, second time. Good, okay, so that's the bridge. Now I'm going to connect the freeway up here. So I've downloaded a number of mods. The mods that I'm using is the Move It mod, the Anarchy mod, I've got the network extensions 2, I believe, and the Traffic Manager President Edition, which I'm going to upgrade to that new one at some point. Just haven't got around to doing it yet. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. So now I'm just getting the levels of the freeway sorted out. So I don't like how that goes straight down to the ground. So what I'm going to do is put a bridge across the entire valley there and make that connect up to the other side. Just a matter of getting that. And the angle that I like, nope, still not happy with that. So let's try something different. Get rid of that. And eventually I do get it right. So the idea is here that this freeway ends up going right around the city. And then what I'm going to show you for the rest of this episode is how I build the intersection at this freeway, with the new freeway I'm building and the old freeway, which goes underneath. So just getting these levels right is quite high, but well, you know. Now, if you haven't guessed it already, I am from Australia. We drive on the left, so all my cities are on the left. I usually have around 80 to 85% traffic most of the time. So anyway, so I end up with a pretty good thing that I'm happy with, and I think that's all fairly level, even though the bridge is particularly high. I just have to adjust those down. So what I'm doing here is clicking on the node and then going Control H to get the same height as the road on the other side. And as I said, I don't always necessarily like to have my roads exactly parallel. Sometimes I like to have them a bit closer together, a bit further apart, and, you know, being organic as they are. So, on with the next task, which is building the intersection. Here we go. Let's see. So, the next task is to construct the intersection on under the bridge. Just doing some experimental levels just to see if I can do 2 separate bridge levels underneath the main bridge. So I'm just having a look just to see, can I fit 2 levels comfortably under this bridge. So it's the low level, checking the levels on it, and it seems to be reasonable. seem to be able to get a vehicle underneath that, truck, etc. Just got to adjust the heights. So next thing to do is to try and do the level above. 3 clicks up, see how that goes, and just place it using Anarchy. Yep, looks pretty good. I think I can manage to do that. So now just delete those, and the next stage is of course to build the actual exit lane. So I'm going to do 4 right turn lanes from each direction of the freeway, going underneath and turning right. So obviously early on I've just discovered that of course there's a giant pillar in the middle, so I can't cross the right turn lanes underneath that pillar. What I want to do is go to the lower right on whichever angle I'm looking at. So I'm just trying to get that level right there to go through, tracing it through. I'll just quickly go back and have a look at a previous intersection that I did just to get some perspective. Yep, and see how I did that. Now I'll come back and let's see, how am I going to do it? So I'm going to start with putting my measure in there, and that actually looks pretty good. Happy with that. Yeah, like that. Looks nice. So let's have a look at doing one from the other direction now, try and mirror that exactly. So what I'm actually doing there is I'm doing my first click where I want it to anchor, and then my second anchor point actually right in the centre of the intersection. And that's given me a nice curve, and I'm happy where I am going there, and that looks good. That looks really good. So now doing the third one. Click in the middle of the intersection, and on the edge have to use Anarchy to get them all in. Yep, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So now I'm doing the lower level ones, and then the final one there. Good, nice, very nice. Now those levels don't look too bad. I will have to adjust some things there so they don't actually overlap. So I'm just increasing the height of the main bridge slightly, going up a little bit. There we go, just to give it slightly bit more room. Yeah, so they're actually touching there, so that's not what I want. But the rest of them don't look too bad. There are a few pillars missing using Anarchy. The pillars don't always go in, so I'm just adjusting them to make them a nice smooth level. And then let's see. Now we're going to have a look. I'm going to get hold of a car and do the first person camera and see how that looks. Will the truck get underneath? No worries. It's good. It's all good. So that level is good for the lower level. So I'm just pulling them out a bit slightly so they're not touching pillars of the main bridge. Yeah, that's looking better. Yeah. Now I'm duplicating some pillars because even though you don't really need the pillars, yeah, it just looks weird if there's a great long expanse with no pillars. So I'm just sticking some pillars underneath that. I've already got one. Another pillar in the middle there. And of course rotated those pillars around using the right click on the Move It mod. That one can go. Whoops. There we go. Now I'll use those later. So now you've got a good number of pillars in there. That looks pretty good. Let's have a look. Follow a car. Yes. Nice. Nice level. Right. Let's see. We'll have a look now. Yeah, I think that was a bit not quite right. So, oh, well, hello. What happened there? Yeah, someone's going to have a problem, so we'll move that out. Imagine coming along the freeway, bang, into a pillar. Oh. Right, lower that one down a bit, because there is a slope there, so that can be a bit lower. Might be a problem connecting it, but we'll see how we go. So let's lower that one down. So that is touching both bridges, or pretty close to it, I think. So yeah, there's plenty of room though to the lower level, but what about the railway line? Oh, just, yeah. Okay, lower that one down. Now, we want it to be about street light height. I think that's a good height for a bridge to be. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Let's go into follow them. Yeah, bit wonky there, but we'll sort that out. How's that with the railway line? What I might do is click on some nodes and lower the railway line down a bit. Yeah, it gives a bit more breathing room, I think. That's the way to do it. Yep, lower that down now. That's a better level for that one. Yeah, looks good. This one can come down a fair bit and across. Yeah, good. How's that? It's a fairly good curve. Getting the curve just right. A lot of fiddling around, but you know, you get there in the end. Turn this pillar around. There you go. That's, oh, watch out for the train. Nearly got the train. Ugh. And I think, yeah, pillar can go up a bit there. And that should be a good height for the pillar. Let's see. Let's see, what should we do next? This pillar, we'll take that over that side. Yeah, let's do that. And where should we put that? Here we go, in the middle. That'll do. Well, watch out for the cars. Don't want to have a pillar in the middle of the highway. Good positioning and up a bit, and that's pretty good. Doesn't pop through the top of the road, so that's a good level. Happy with that. And one more for the other side. Like I said, don't really need the pillars, but it's just nice to have a road with pillars that looks like it's not about to collapse. So that's good. Happy with that. Yeah, that looks better. I think that's good. And the levels are not too bad. I think I might adjust them slightly. That one can come up, and so can that one. Yeah, there's a street light poking through the middle of the road. Weird, imagine that coming along, still there. Up a little bit more maybe. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and we'll be back shortly. I think I'm pretty impressed with that. We'll come back and do the rest in the next episode. So stay tuned and you'll see me complete this intersection.